It's famous for fashion, but is Milan safe? If you're wondering, is it worth visiting Milan? Safety could be a big concern. Here are the best tips I've received from locals and other tourists. First, what's Milan like?
It looks really serene, doesn't it? But this place is absolute madness. Look at this.
Milan does have one of the highest crime rates in Italy per capita. I arrived early to avoid the crowds, but as you can see, it's already quite busy. Here's how to stay safe and what to look out for. Pickpockets are attracted to crowds like this. Put your valuables inside a zippered pocket inside your clothing. Don't engage with people trying to give you free gifts or pigeon feed or take your photo in the major tourist centres. These are usually connected to scams. They could also be creating a distraction for a pickpocket teammate. Now that you know how to handle yourself, it's probably worth visiting Milan, but there are a couple of other things you need to know. Let's see another view of Milan, then I'll explain them.
Welcome to the Christmas markets in Milan. It's very cold. It was 4 degrees last I looked. And I'm looking for some gloves for obvious reasons. I think one of the things I've noticed about this city is that you find lots of lovely little gardens on balconies, and I quite like that. I don't know if it's the climate or the sort of personality of the culture here, but it's definitely a nice touch.
The safest areas of Milan are well policed in the inner city, especially the fashion district and the historic centre. But during the evening, you still need to stay away from Central Station and the major tourist hotspots because theft, drug-related crime, and other issues can occur. If you're going to be driving in this city, take care where you park your car and be sure not to leave any valuables inside. Now let's talk about transport and going outside the city centre.
The inner city of Milan is just too much for me. After enjoying lovely quiet places like Lucca and Pisa, I just couldn't do it. So I'm heading to a lovely quiet vegan cafe outside of the city centre.
Make sure your taxi or ride service driver and vehicle is real before you get in. Avoid using the buses at night. Bus routes 90 and 91 have a particularly bad reputation. If you need to catch a train late at night, take the metro instead of walking through the dark streets. Google the outer suburbs before you visit. Some are crime hotspots, and others are very safe.
I'm looking up a lot as I'm taking footage of Milan because it is a really commercial city. And although the architecture is beautiful, it's definitely got that busy city vibe to it. It's also quite touristy and there's a lot of people in small spaces.
Now that you're aware of these issues and how to manage them, you can expect to have a safe trip to Milan. Most large cities around the world have these same issues, so don't feel that Milan is any less safe than similar cities in other countries. Did this help you? Do you have extra tips to share? Please comment. I'd love to hear from you. Now come see Venice and find out why there's an island with every house painted in a crazy bright colour.